I would say without a doubt, the LDF coverage, the Legal Defense Fund coverage, is one of the most important aspects of PORAC. It's used a lot. Again, we work in a very challenging environment in the Bay Area. Unfortunately, there's sometimes violent encounters, and our officers have to be involved. And then, along with that can come civil lawsuits, internal affairs investigations, and a lot of things like that. And the LDF has been used quite often. It's very successful, and the groups of panel attorneys and law firms that PORAC uses are just without a doubt some of the best in the country. And that's probably the most utilized and important one of the programs that PORAC provides. And we definitely use that within our chapter.
I think that's very important, that if something happens, we have that plan in place where we can get information, we get protection, and we can get somebody to guide us down the right path so we don't get in trouble.
What's valuable to me is, again, the LDF and having the ability to have representation when needed. You get afforded legal defense fund, and we also emphasize how important and crucial it is, because if you were to hire an attorney without this, it would be very costly. So I think that most of our membership is aware of the LDF, and I've assisted in getting them in communications with PORAC, and also coordinating, making sure that they know where to call and that they're available 24 hours a day for critical incidents and such. So
number one for me is LDF, the Legal Defense Fund. Involved in a shooting some years ago, and I had very competent counsel came down in the middle of the night and stayed with me throughout the entire process. It really made me feel confident and comfortable with the level of service that I was getting and the protection that I was getting, and just knowing that there was somebody there to kind of walk me through it, and that I had somebody to talk to that understood where I was coming from, what I was going through. So the Legal Defense Fund is crucial, not just for shootings, but just depending on which plan that agency or that association has, you can have coverage for portion scope of duty or out of portion scope of duty, which is good because you can get in trouble off duty just as easily as you can on duty. And if you don't have that coverage, you could be on the hook for some very expensive attorney's bills. So you will find no better value than the PORAC LDF plan, in my opinion. I've seen it on both sides of the table, whether it was me being protected as an accused employee or me being the internal affairs investigator, talking to countless people that have come across my desk over here. At the end of the day, you want to make sure that you have somebody that's going to represent your rights and make sure that your rights are protected. We have the Peace Officer Bill of Rights in California for a reason, and having somebody there that knows it inside and out, that can help defend you and protect you, and knows how to apply those statutes is just invaluable, in my opinion.
I will say that of all of them, that one is probably the best program, or the most important one that our agency, or even other agencies, the ability to have world-class attorneys, that can come and respond to these OISs, in custody deaths, incidents like that. I mean, you're talking about, attorneys that are hundreds of dollars an hour that you would have to, retain otherwise. And I think what LDF is able to do is, again, you have the ability to have access to these attorneys. We had the Kelly Thomas incident here in our county for the Fullerton police officers. That court case ran into the millions of dollars. And I know it's hard to believe, but not all of us officers have millions of dollars laying around. But so it's important to have a program like that where you can retain these great attorneys. And it's not a matter of getting people off for the things that they've done, but it's that good representation to put everything in the proper context so that these guys get good representation. Because when you have the entire DA's office and what they have as far as resources, that's saying quite a bit. And the ability to have that LDF fund and all those LDF attorneys that you have access to, I think that's hugely important. I think that's probably one of the most understated things is the LDF function and the great, fantastic attorneys that make up all the panel attorneys that we have.